Hey, so do you feel like you could be struggling with social anxiety? So you might be working on it a little bit, but there's so much content out there, it gets confusing, you don't know what to work on. Is it really that bad? Is it something I should actually work on and resolve? Okay, I'm gonna answer these questions in this video. I'm gonna walk you through the experience you will be having inside your head that nobody knows about when you have social anxiety, and the number one thing that you need to do to put it behind you for good, okay? So let's walk you through this now. All right, so if you're part of our community, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rubin, I'm a transformational coach. This channel is dedicated to helping you reduce social anxiety and increase your self-esteem so that you can be proud of who you are as a person. So if that's something that you resonate with, consider hitting that subscribe button. There's a bell notification beside that. Make sure you hit that so you know right when I release a new video. You can also follow me on Instagram, and I'd love to connect with you on a personal level on Instagram. And last but not least, we have a free masterclass that I want to offer you. I encourage you to take the masterclass so I can walk you through the step-by-step process to reduce that social anxiety, increase that self-esteem, and be proud of who you are as a person when you look in the mirror. Okay, so link for that is below the video. Let's get into this now. What is social anxiety? What is this monster, this beast that I can't seem to conquer? I've conquered everything else in my life. Disciplined, I'm motivated, I'm hardworking. I can move towards those goals, but why is it that I can't conquer this social anxiety? So what is this thing? At the heart of it, social anxiety is the extreme fear of being embarrassed and humiliated by other people, okay? It's an inability to feel comfortable in your own skin and feel at ease and be able to connect naturally. Because of that, you can't feel at ease. You're unable to connect naturally and effortlessly with those around you. This is social anxiety. Constantly battling things out in your own mind, how you're coming across. Are you in danger? Are people gonna attack you? Are people gonna humiliate you? Are people gonna embarrass you? Are people gonna put you on the spot? Are you gonna make yourself look stupid? Are you gonna make yourself look incompetent? Okay, this is social anxiety, this constant paranoia, okay, when you're feeling very uneasy around other people, okay? The thing with social anxiety though, I know it's social anxiety, it's a beast, because the thing that you fear, the embarrassment and the humiliation, okay, or the rejection that you fear from other people, okay, you will do your best for that not to happen, but you'll become your own worst enemy. You'll end up humiliating yourself, coming across as awkward, okay, acting in a way where you get rejected by other people, and it becomes this self-fulfilling prophecy. So the thing that you actually fear the most, you end up doing it to yourself, okay? And that's why social anxiety is so demoralizing. Now, typically there's an experience before the social event, there's an experience during that you'll have, okay? And there's an experience after. We're gonna break down everything. And by social event, it could be a simple having a conversation. It doesn't have to be a full-on networking event. It doesn't have to be, a quarterly or an intense, massive cross-department meeting at work. It doesn't have to be anything crazy like that. It could just be a simple conversation with somebody in the coffee shop, but it can feel, that little thing can feel like an all-out event. Everything feels like it's an all-out event. Okay, and so before the event, what'll typically happen is you will not be present days before it happens. Okay, so days before, you are completely in your head, stressed out, in anticipation. You have this anticipation anxiety going on. You're up in your head, rehearsing the conversations, what you want to say, how you want to say it, mapping out how the whole night's gonna go, mapping out where the exits are, mapping out maybe some excuses you can make to leave it early. okay? Trying to perfect every interaction you have before in your mind, and you're just replaying. You're up in this obsessive fantasy going on days before the event. So the people you live with, for example, or your loved ones, they might be getting frustrated with you. Like, where are you? Like, why are you so in your head, right? And you can't even share it out because it's such a silly thing. You can't even share it, that all you're doing is replaying and rehearsing these conversations and these interactions long before they even happen. Okay? So that'll be typically what's happening before the event. Okay? Then when you get into the event, now the reason that's crucial to understand is it sets you up for all of these unrealistic expectations. Okay? You got to be the witty one, you got to be the funny one, everything's got to go perfect, okay? And it sets you up for this unrealistic expectation that can be pulled out from underneath you at any second during the event, okay? So you develop this attachment to the way you want this thing to go. You're not open, you're not free, okay? You're not flowing, okay? You're not in the moment and open to what the moment brings, okay? And because of that, you're rigid. You're not present. You're moving robotically. You can't give your opinions. So let's get further into this. During your interactions, completely feeling like you're disconnected from your body. Disconnected from your body, it can almost feel like it's an out-of-body experience. Like you're in the conversation, but you're not in the conversation. It's all like you're on the outside peering in. Okay, and you're in this state where you're disoriented, you're confused, okay? So all you can really do, your personality is gone. Your personality is gone during the interaction. So you do your best to just smile and agree, maybe, just hang in there for a little bit until you can make your way out of it. So you're doing the bare minimum to not look stupid, okay? To not expose your anxiety, okay? That's what happens because you're so disconnected from your body. You're disconnected from your true personality. You can't express it out. But at the same time, you have to physically be there, okay? So this is what's happening during the conversation. Confused, disoriented, you're getting the physical symptoms, the heart palpitations, constriction in the throat, butterflies in the stomach, ruminating thoughts, thinking of what to say next. People are speaking to you, the words aren't getting in, okay? You're not even processing their words, you can't think straight, okay? This is what's happening, and because of that, you're not even listening. You're not able to listen to the other people that you're interacting with, and because you're not listening, you can't form a connection. How are you gonna form a deeper connection when you're completely disoriented and confused? And on top of that, you're self-conscious about it. You can't even share that out. You can't be honest about what's going on with you. Okay, so there's this massive wall that gets built up. There's this massive pressure, okay, to perform. There's this massive pressure that prevents you from connecting with anybody. And because of that, all of your interactions, they're superficial. They feel fake. They don't feel like you're being your true self. Okay? You can sense you're rubbing people the wrong way. They're reacting to your weirdness and your desperation to come across as normal. Okay? You know you're rubbing people the wrong way and you get a sense for that. That's what's happening during the conversation. Now, what happens? This is one of the worst parts, is the aftermath. Okay? I used to call it after guilt. Okay? Because you walk away from that interaction, okay? You walk away, and what comes up is that voice in your head starts to beat up on you. You start to replay the past conversations. Every little mistake that you made during the conversation, it's getting replayed. This moment, that moment. What about that reaction that person had? What did that mean? okay? And you're carrying this conversation in your head for days, okay? Days, even weeks. You're replaying it over and over and over again. So there's the rehearsal before, that's exhausting. And the interaction itself is exhausting, it's draining. You walk away feeling completely drained from it as well, from all the mental exhaustion and the physical symptoms. And then after, it's like you don't get a break, okay? You try to recharge, but then there's that replay over and over. You just cannot shut that replay off, okay? And then there's that voice that beats up on you. What's wrong with you? Why can't you be normal? Jeez, are you ever gonna be able to interact with people like a normal person? And then there's the comparison. Look at all your friends. Look at what they're doing. They don't have to deal with this. They just live normal lives. They go out, they have fun, they connect with people naturally and effortlessly. Why can't you be normal like them? Why can't you just do things normally and get the results they can? You have to put in all of this effort. You have to rehearse before, using all this hype music, all of these motivational speeches to hype yourself up just to be able to go into that. Positive affirmations, breathing techniques. You're hyping yourself up and getting yourself ready for the battle. Okay? And if this is making sense to you, let me know in the comments. What's your favorite hype thing? Okay? Don't feel embarrassed about it. I've been there. But share, what's your favorite motivational thing that you watch? What is it? Affirmations, motivational content, inspirational speeches. You know what I'm talking about. What is it in there? Videos on charisma, what do you watch? What's your thing? Let me know in the comments, okay? Now, going back to this replay, that voice that's saying, what's wrong with you? Are you ever going to be normal? It's comparing you to all your friends and showing you how they don't have to deal with this whole thing. Okay? They do things effortlessly. That's why their lives have moved forward. They got the house, the job, they got the kids, they got the family, they got the relationships, the social life. Okay? They have the fun, they take the trips, they live the full lives while you're stuck over here in your head battling this social anxiety. And that voice just beats up on you. What about the future? Is my future going to be like this? This is what the fear of the future then comes in. What if I never break free from this? Am I ever going to break free from this? Am I ever going to live a normal life? Is it ever going to happen for me? All that motivational stuff conquered everything else in my life. Maybe this is one battle that I can't win. Maybe I should just accept it, right? Maybe I should just accept where I'm at. I'm never going to be able to socialize and connect naturally like that. You know what? I wonder if I should just call it quits. Maybe I just get into a career where I don't have to interact with people. Maybe I stop going to social events because they're too overwhelming. Maybe I stop pursuing those goals, my dreams. This much life has gone by. What makes me think that it's going to be different? Do you see how this fear of the future is? So this is the battle of social anxiety. The shame and the guilt that happens after the fact. I think that's one part of social anxiety that nobody's talking about. How brutal that voice, that critic is inside. How painful and debilitating the shame is after the fact. Okay? After the fact, because you can't be at ease, okay? You can't be at ease and comfortable in your own skin within the presence of other people. Now, the number one thing that you need to do to start overcoming this absolute nightmare of social anxiety, please listen to me here, okay? You have to work on regulating your nervous system, okay? Social anxiety is an issue of emotional dysregulation. Okay? You're getting flooded by emotions, this survival mode that keeps getting flooded and triggered up and alarmed when you least expect it. Okay? And when your nervous system is in that heightened state, okay, it is impossible to connect with others. You're not supposed to connect with other people when you're in that anxious state. Okay? You're not supposed to have a personality when you're in that anxious state. So what does that tell you? Is the utmost importance, okay? Your number one priority is to reduce those anxiety levels, regulate that nervous system, okay? Regulate those emotions so that you can get to a baseline level where you can actually feel a little more comfortable inside your body, okay? So you can feel a little bit more at ease around other people, okay? Social anxiety, okay, don't run before you can walk. Don't jump into the charisma and trying to, you know, it was what I used to do, study charisma, go to improv, go to Toastmasters, okay? Or go to talk therapy for a little bit in the hopes that it's going to regulate these emotions and calm my nervous system down in the heat of the moment. Okay, so you could talk about it over there, but is it going to regulate your nervous system in the heat of the moment when you're in the situation itself in real time? Are you going to have access to your personality by being calm enough inside? Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so regulating your nervous system is everything. Okay, it's everything. How are you gonna connect with people when your nervous system's all jacked up? How are you gonna have a personality and be charismatic when your nervous system's jacked up? And you're flooded with all these thoughts and symptoms, okay? How are you gonna even listen to other people when your nervous system's jacked up like that? Okay, how are you going to be able to carry on the conversation and think of what to say next if you're not listening and you're not present? Okay, so prioritize regulating your nervous system. Again, the masterclass is going to teach you how to do that. It's below the video. Make sure you take that. Okay, and if you're with me up until this point, you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate you staying until the end. And here are some other videos you can check out next. All right, I'll see you soon.